Welcome to Repum Group's Item 24, where we take you a step beyond the standard FDD. We asked ourselves, why stop at 23 items when some of the most important insights live beyond the page? Here we're breaking down the inner workings of franchising and sharing real-life strategies and stories that drive the industry forward. Welcome to another episode of Item 24, where we're here to talk about a new brand that we have just signed called the GolfTRK. What's unique about the GolfTRK is most people know that, well, first off, golf has exploded as a segment always, but really since COVID, it's really exploded. But the indoor golf centers, the golf simulator centers, whatever you call it, have really grown substantially over the last decade. And I've been looking at this space for a long time, probably 6 or 7 years now. And when we found the GolfTRK, we were really excited about partnering with them. And a couple reasons stood out for me. One was the partnership that they have. There's 3 founders of this brand. They spent a lot of time on engineering and really documenting what to do with this brand. But more importantly, they became a tech firm when it came to the technology that they designed, proprietary technology that is in every one of their golf tracks. And so they expanded within the Midwest, had several locations that were very successful, and decided that it was ready to be franchised. And I think the other thing about this segment is there's a lot of different golf simulator brands out there today. Some of them focus on the entertainment aspect. Others focus on the pro golf aspect. I think that the GolfTRK meets in the middle. Really what they focus on is every location has a pro golfer on premise. And so the average golfer can come in and get lessons. The pro golfer or amateur could come in and perfect their craft. And someone who just wants to come in and hit balls can also do that. And the access is 24/7. So they have an access card. They can come in whenever they like, book a bay, and really get the time that they need. And finally, I think it's for the avid golfer that likes to golf on the weekends, but oftentimes family commitments get in the way. They can't spend 5 hours on the golf course. And so they can spend 2 hours here and get a round of golf in. So we're excited about all the things that they have to offer. We're excited that the industry is exploding, and we know that this is going to be one of our best brands. Some of the differentiators that GolfTRK has is, first and foremost, they focus on a low overhead model. And so they're looking for the segment of the golfer that wants to come in and really perfect their craft. Again, whether they're an amateur golfer, a first-time golfer, or somewhere in the middle, they have a golf pro on staff at all times, and they're really the manager of the facility. The other thing is technology. So they use some of the best technology. GolfTRK, as most people know in the industry, is one of the best for golf simulators, so they use that. They also have the PuttView. PuttView is a unique technology. It's fairly new. What's unique about PuttView is they have an actual projector that will lay out each one of your putts so that when you go to actually make the putt, it'll show you your track, how far you were off. They will show you a grid so you can start to really project out the right and proper format for your putting. So they have their own proprietary technology as well, which is called Noonan. And Noonan is an app that you can download. And when you're in a golf track, it can analyze your swing. And as you swing more, it'll learn your swing. And when you're on an actual golf course, any one of the golf courses out there, I like to say it becomes a virtual caddy. So it knows exactly what club you should use based on the speed of the ball, based on your swing, and also on the conditions of the actual course you're on, the wind, everything. And so clubbing up and clubbing down becomes a lot easier, and your golf game will get better if you use Noonan. So we've talked a little bit about the differentiation around GolfTRK. We've talked about the foundation of this great concept, but what we haven't talked about is why you would want to invest in this as a franchisee. And so when you really look at why, the why, in my opinion, is pretty simple. When people look at franchising, they want to be in a growing industry. And so, as I said, golf simulation is a growing industry, not only in franchising, but in general. Second is looking at the technology that they've developed. They've created a really good system so that the four-wall experience for any of one of your clients coming in to use a GolfTRK are really going to enjoy the experience that they get at GolfTRK. And finally, when you own a business, you want simplicity. And so what makes businesses simpler than others is usually employees. GolfTRK is pretty simple. You have one main employee, which is your golf pro that you hire to manage your facility. So you don't have a lot of employees, you have a low overhead, and it pretty much will run on membership as you go. And so it has reoccurring revenue opportunities. So those reasons make this a very interesting opportunity if you're looking to invest in a new franchise today. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Item 24, where we talked about one of our latest partnerships with GolfTRK. If you want to be in the golf simulator space, this is the brand for you. Stay tuned for our next segment of our brand launch series.